How's it going, everyone? Thanks for coming in. Yeah, today I'm not gonna work on any of the existing projects today. I'm just gonna tinker with surfacing. So let's just start a new part. And we have planes. So let's show them. And of course, I forgot to plug my Space Mouse in. So I'll do that right now. Maybe. Here, mousey. I should probably mute while I'm digging for the cord. There we go. Someday I will clean my desk up. Someday I'll quit saying that all the time. So let's start with some simple sketches or maybe some auxiliary planes. Yeah, let's create some reference planes. Do one parallel from that about, I don't know, inch away. Let's make it 3 inches away. Boom. Let's create another one. Start with flip offset. Actually, let's create it from this one, but the opposite direction. Just so they're both created from one main plane. I don't think it's important, but so now I'll just create some 2D sketches on those planes. Just experimenting. I don't really have a plan. Just want to check out some of the surfacing functions. Do a sketch here. Let's start at the center. Let's do something like this. And the chain. So we have a line there. Throw some dimensions on it just for the fun of it. Make it an even 30. Put a construction line on here just in case we need it. I have no idea. So let's exit that sketch and go over here and create another one. I'm going to select the plane first so it puts it on that plane. Let's do another line. And let's do a curve. Let me think here. Now we'll just do another line. Start in the center. Maybe go at a different angle. End that chain. Throw a dimension on there. Make that one about 15. Throw the center line on here. In that direction. I don't know what I have no idea why, but just something to do. So now we have that sketch to that sketch. Now let's go here and put another sketch on this plane. And this time we'll do a curve or an arc or a spline. Let's just do a spline. Start it here and go over here and do something like that. We can throw a couple radiuses on there, I guess. No, not going to let us do that. So let's not bother with any dimensions on that one. So there we have 2 lines and a spline. And I'm going to just go to surfaces and see what we can do here. I don't think it would be swept. We would need a curve to follow. Extrudes a sketch or contours. I don't know. Let's see what this does. So we're going to extrude that, but then can we select? Oh, that's just a simple extrusion. I think we want let's try this. Profile sketch. Yeah, I think here we need yeah, that's not going to work. We need to connect these to get a path to follow to do that. Lofted surface creates a lofted surface between 2 or more profiles or sketches. Specify start and end constraints and add guide curves. So we don't have guide curves, but let's see what happens. So if we turn on, I think we can make it show the mesh preview, and you can change the density of the mesh just to see what your surface is looking like. This is what I think I'll be doing for the handle scales on the knives I'm working on. I would just have to go in and create the curves, the splines and the lines where I want them. But we'll just create this just to have it. So there we have a surface. We can, hopefully that wasn't my audio shutting off. And let me go back here. Mick Ranger, how's it going? Thanks for stopping in. Gonzo, nice to see ya. Joe Gisbert, good to see ya. Appreciate everyone stopping in. It's not going to be a long one today, and I'm probably not going to do anything too constructive, but I just want to mess with these surfaces since I haven't really dug into them much, and I didn't do any research from smarter people that actually know how to do it already. Something USB keeps shutting off and turning on, so if I lose audio, I apologize. Why? Oh, I lost my screen. Sorry about that. That is so weird. Share screen, entire screen over here. How much of that did you guys even see or not? Did you see me creating those curves? Something's wrong with my computer. I might have to shut down. I'm not sure it's going to work, but let me know in chat if you actually saw any of that or not. Now my screen just, what's going on? I'm having technical, everything keeps disconnecting. I don't know. What the hell's going on? Windows 11 is the worst Windows version I've had since Windows ME. And I never bought ME, but had to use it at work. I'm running Bluetooth problem resolver now to see if it fixes anything. No connection. What the hell is going on? Share screen. Entire screen. This. So can you guys hear me? Is anyone in here? Keep getting disconnections. I might have to end this. Only 13 minutes in and it's already blown up on me. So if anyone was here, they probably bailed by now. How long ago did the screen disappear, Mr. Gonzo? Did you see me do everything I was saying? Were you able to see me create this stuff? And hello, William. Thanks for stopping in. Were you able to see me create the surface from the two lines in the curve? So let's back this out. I don't know what you mean when I changed it. I just heard beeps and then my screen got removed. Okay, cool, thanks. So now that we know that works that way, let's modify these sketches and try to make something that makes a little more sense. So let's modify this sketch. Get rid of this line and this. So now I might want let's do a spline. Oh, which sketches? It should be this one, right? Start here. Try to do a little similar to what I was trying to do on that axe. But not like that. Let's just create some construction lines first. That's what we'll do. Center line here. Now we'll offset that center line. Like a ½ inch in each direction. Turn this into a construction line, if I remember how to do that. That just creates there's got to be a way to change this. It'd be better to have selected center line before I created it, but there's got to be a way to just change it to a center line. Construction geometry, that's what I want. So now let's do another offset ½ inch the other way. Change that to construction geometry. So I just want this so that I have points to measure from and create a better spline, a more constrained spline. Hey Kelly, thanks for stopping in. Thanks for hitting the like button. It is much appreciated. Howdy Henry G. Can I move this? There. So now I have some construction geometry to use as a guide. I will create a spline. What's a style spline? Control vertices that shape the curve. Yeah, we'll just go with spline. We'll go up here a certain amount, then we'll go down here a certain amount, then up here, then down here, and double click. So now, if I make these horizontally aligned, I have a little consistency there. Put a dimension on here that we can change later if so desired. Make it a 1/4 inch. Actually, let's make this more of a, not that. Let's see. Yeah, something like that to start with. Now, I wonder if there's a way to exit this sketch. Let's edit this sketch. I'll just delete this. Now, I wonder if there's a way to project this curve onto this. I think there's a project somewhere in here, but I could be wrong. What's this silhouette entity? No, definitely not that. Whoa. Well, it did it. That's not quite what we wanted. But just for fun, since we're experimenting, let's do a quick solid between those two and see what it looks like. And what did we do? We did was that a swept surface? No, that's the one we need, a boundary surface. There we go. Oh, I wonder why that happened. It's neat, but I wonder why it happened. Is there a twist here? Reverse direction. What's this? No more. Oh, look at that. That's getting fancy. That'd be kind of neat if it didn't cross over like that. Definitely want to learn more surfacing, so let's cancel this. This filled surface. That's not doing us any good. So let's try this again. Let's go over and edit this sketch. Oh, I got rid of it. Huh. So, I'll have to look up project and incorporate that into next week or Thursday if we do a stream Thursday. But I know you can project curves onto a plane. I just don't know the function. Offset on surface. Uh, Not sure. Now let me go exit this sketch. Let's go back here. I see now that one showed back up. I don't know. I'm not sure what's going on here. Let's edit this one a little bit. What is this? I'm not sure where that dimension is coming from. It's so weird. What happens if we do that? Was that, let's see, sweep path. Okay, that was a lofted surface that we did. And the lofting might be what's making it twist. See, that looks better. This doesn't look that, once I start doing this, it doesn't look like it'll be too difficult to learn. It's like the tail of a small passenger aircraft or something. Hey, Mallory, thanks for stopping in. Just messing around with some CAD here, just messing around with surfacing because I don't really know surfacing very well or at all, really. Never had to use it in my career, but I'm unemployed, so I should learn as much as I can right now in case I decide to do some CAD on my own or try to find a different mechanical job instead of wiring. I've done sheet metal and other mechanical design, but nothing, no surfacing, no complex surfacing or anything like that. But we have this. I think there's enough here that we could close this up using surfaces. But maybe we need boundary surfaces from here to here. Oh yeah, look at that. That's neat. I don't even think we need to do that. I think we can create a solid from this using one of these functions, but I don't know what the function is. Oh, it's a kazoo. Let's design a kazoo. How wonderful. Uh, that's a little boring. That is boring, but it'll work. Creates a solid feature by thickening one or more surfaces. We don't want that. Knit combines two or more adjacent non-intersecting surfaces into a single surface body. We don't want that. I know there's a way to create a solid from surfaces, which is what I'm going to want to know how to do that. Gonzo, you make your own lanyard? We want to see photos so we can laugh at you. And did you put a diamond knot on it or no? Just snake knot or whatever. But it's neat doing it yourself, isn't it? Kelly's stuff is awesome, and I will never reach her quality level, but it's kind of rewarding to make one yourself. Hey, Marco. Who's Juan? And who's Juan babysitting? Is this some internet drama I missed? A strip of leather and a knot. Well, you got to start somewhere, I guess. I should have. There was a hobby store out here that was closing down, but they did one of those close downs where they said, "Oh, 25% off," and then next week 30% off, and then 50% off of some items. I was going to go back when they were finally at really 80% off and buy some. I saw some leather kits and they had like leather punches and stuff like that, and dies for lettering, and actual scraps of leather and leather kits and leather by the yard. I meant to go back, but I think they're closed now. If they're still closing down, I'm not even going to bother because they're just trying to milk every penny out of it that they can. Let's do another boundary surface and then see if we can find the way to turn this into a solid. Boundary boss adds a material between. Oh, Gonzo, babysitting. Cool, cool. I take it no bead or anything, just the leather. Leather would probably go good on areas. You wouldn't want it to be too hokey. Although a good, decent paracord lanyard could, and the right colors would look all right too, in my opinion. So is that yours, or is that? I take it, Gonzo, the mini areas. And are mini Ariuses really mini? Because they look like they're full size knives to me, but I haven't handled one or really checked out the specs. I'm going to do a quick Google. Apologize for the silence that you're going to experience. Yeah, beads are. If I had a lathe, I would make some beads, start doing some titanium turning and grinding. Mini non-flipper is yours. Yeah, cool. Definitely smaller than full size. But is it small, or is it, get 4 fingers on it, or is it kind of 3 1/4 or 3.5 fingers on it? So, how do you create solid surfaces? In case TKE stops in, I gotta get some keyboard clicks in there, mouse clicks, things like that. He really appreciates that. Now I'm going to use some poor etiquette and take a. Actually, I'll hit mute real quick. There, had to drink some iced tea. Without being too rude, use the knit surface or trim surface features, ensuring all surfaces form in closed volume, then enable the Create Solid option in the Property Manager. Create Solid. In Property Manager, select the surfaces you want to knit together. Check the box for Create Solid. I don't know what that means, but let's give it a try. Property Manager. I don't know what's going on. Let's just select these and see what happens. Let's see if there's a Create Solid in here. Somewhere. I don't see it there. Let's knit these surfaces. So now they're all knitted. They're not. Oh, did that? What? It looks like there's a solid in there. So, it created a surface knit. That's weird. I don't think there's a solid in there, though. If there was a solid, there would be a solid. Boundary surface. What if we get rid of, or no show the surfaces? Is the surface knit a solid? Um, I don't think it is. Yeah, it still surfaces, but I'm not sure. I'm going to have to look this one up, do a little more research. This is still kind of neat, though. Pair of 3 size Gonzo. Sounds good. So it is a little small. They look the same, though. So they must have just scaled them down. Kind of neat. Did you see the new Kershaw Bel Air XL? Had to order me one. I don't really like bar locks, but figured I'd add one to the collection. And a Kershaw guy has them for like $159 or something like that. Made in USA, another Made in USA to add to the collection for with Magna Cut for under 175 bucks. I think they're like 199. I might be thinking of that fixed blade they came out with, which is kind of neat looking. Let's go shopping. Let's do a new incognito window. Let's go look. Just take a look at what Kershaw guy has over here. Newest items. And here's the Bel Air XL at 153. He had 5. I bought one. He still has 4 in stock. So if anyone's looking for one, I'm sure they'll come out with better colors. But this is G10, and it looks exactly like the Bel Air. Even when they're side by side, it's just a little bit bigger, which is kind of neat. I don't know. You can see that on the screen, right? Let me go back. Yeah. Hey, Scott. Thanks for stopping in. I hear you, Gonzo. I'm unemployed and spending money I don't have. The unemployment checks don't come in as fast as they go out. This has a little bit. This G10 looks like that, similar to the G10 on the TRM Neutron, which is very grippy. Hopefully, it's not as grippy because the Neutron's like really grippy. But it's kind of neat that they're improving the line and going up a size. The current Bel Air is kind of a nice little, office. Throw it in your pocket. Maybe not hardcore for heavy use, but nice pocket knife. Actually, now that I think about it, that's cheaper than the regular price on Bel Airs. But they got some other ones that are pretty neat, some automatics. And this one is another one that's interesting. Not probably not interesting enough for me to buy. But the what was that called? The mule, the pack mule. It's N690 fixed blade. Looks like it has G10 also, removable G10. So you could have some custom scales made for it. That'd be kind of neat. But it's, kind of traditional looking. It's not too far out of place. And it's under $200. If Benchmade made this, it would be $400. And this, they went with a taco, which is kind of nice. This can be removed, which is what holds the web on there. So if you didn't want to use the web, like a dangle, it's not quite a dangler, but it's soft. I guess that's a dangler. It'd hang from your belt. But yeah, so you can remove that whole thing, throw a clip on there or whatever you need, a loop for horizontal carry. But and another clip point, Bel Air. I'm not sure why this is new. I thought they had clip points already. Or that buoy or drop point. I don't know. At least they're dropping some new stuff. Saw some of you guys over in Blade HQ live stream. Anyway, we did this on servicing. I'll look up how to turn this into a solid. It's got to be a way. I wonder why that. Okay, let's go back to surfaces. I wonder if they're not all knit together. Let's get rid of this knit surface. We don't need that. I'll get rid of all of them. Anyway, hit the other ones too. Scott, you have any idea how you turn surfaces into a solid if they're all already knit together? They're already touching. Yeah, on our kazoo. It's not a kazoo, gonzo. It's an unimaginative Pine Derby race car. Throw some wheels on there. Yeah, I'm not sure either. I know you can thicken, but there's got to be a way to. I know there's a way because I saw someone do it, but I just didn't remember the functions. I'll have to look into that more. Probably going to end it here. It's only been 50 minutes, but I had some technical difficulties, but it's neat to know that you can just create the boundary surface between, you know, two 2D sketches and get a pretty decent surface shape out of it. So for the handle scale on the fixed blade, or even probably I'll start with the fixed blade or the axe. I can just create a series of sketches and then create some the profiles that I want at each point, and then create that. Then we can do more filleting or whatever we need to make it the shape that I want it to be. Um, for the axe, I'm not going to do a palm swell because an, an axe, you want to grab it. Well, you'll want to either choke up or down. You don't always want to grab it in the same spot. On the fixed blade, I'll probably put a palm swell right in the middle. Yeah, it's probably very similar to Fusion. I just am not familiar with all the functions yet. So anyway, I'm not sure who else is streaming today, but make sure you hit like and subscribe if you haven't. I appreciate it. I put a boring video up on some new wireless microphone system that I bought. I have on that video, I got some links in the description if you want to go buy it. They're Amazon affiliate links, so I stand to make, a whopping 3% or something off the sale, which is much appreciated. And actually, the wired for the demonstration I did it in very close proximity. It wasn't a great demonstration. So the iPhone microphone didn't sound bad in that situation because I was right next to it. Yeah, you can use thick in, but that won't. I want to combine all of the surfaces. But anyway, back to what I was saying about that video I did on the microphones. wasn't It wasn't the best, and I also had it in mono mode, which I didn't realize until after the video was all done. So the next video I make, I'm going to try the external microphone instead of the one that's built into the unit, just to see if it sounds a little better. And I'll be a little further away from the iPhone, just so you can tell more effectively the difference between the wireless mic and the iPhone. But if you're doing videos with a phone, get some kind of microphone. I think the cheap wireless microphone that I had isn't very good. I would probably not get that again. But the wired one sounded pretty good, actually. It's it hasn't always sounded good, but I put it a lot closer to my mouth. It sounded good for, a simple iPhone video. Anyway, I'm getting off topic, so I'm going to let you all go, and I appreciate everyone stopping in. Check out some videos, give me some watch hours. Go check out everyone else's webpage. Subscribe to everyone in the community. Go check out Scott. Scott, post your link. You say you're going to do another stream tomorrow. You're going to mess around with the folding knife again. Would be kind of neat. Probably get some of this crowd to check it out. Yeah, the cheap wireless lav mic I bought isn't very good either. It might not be as good as the iPhone mic built in, but the ones I just got are like $100. They're on sale right now. They're 169 regularly, but on sale for 99 right now. Sounds pretty good. They seem to work pretty good so far. Anyway, throw your link in chat, and maybe some of these guys will stop over tomorrow and check it out, or whenever you stream. I know I need to, like I told you, I need to set up my 3D printer. So I'll probably hit you up for information one of these days. If I ever get off my ass and set that up. There's Scott's channel in chat. Talk to you all later. Thanks again for coming. Hope everyone's day and week goes well. Bye.